It's getting really loud in here. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, back with another video. This time it's going to be a little bit of a garage video, a little bit of riding, a little bit of everything, but it's going to be a buying guide, as you guys saw from the title and thumbnail. This video, since Black Friday is right here and a lot of people are having good deals and sales. If you guys didn't know, I did make a video not too long ago reviewing the DJI Osmo Action 4 against the new GoPro Hero 12. The top cameras from GoPro and DJI. If you guys want to check a detailed video about these two cameras, go check out that video. But for this video, for the sake of Black Friday, I decided to include two more cameras, which will be the DJI Osmo Action 3. As you guys can see, they look very similar, but they actually have a decent amount of differences between them, which we're going to be talking about once we start the ride. But also, it's going to be a very interesting and new POV that we've never done on the channel before, the DJI Osmo Action 2. And now I'm adding these two cameras, even though they're not the newest, like the Action 4 that I will mainly be using, but I'm still adding them because some of you guys might not want to spend the extra money to get the top camera. So I'm here to show you that, like, if you want, you can opt out for something cheaper, especially with these Black Friday deals, because both the Action 3 and the DJI Osmo Action 2 are going to be on sale on Black Friday. So the Action 4 will not have a deal, but also I'll talk about why you should be getting that or if you need it. This is the current setup with the DJI Osmo Action 4. All you need is a little chin mount right here to attach to the camera, and then you get a couple attachment pieces, and then of course you have the mic adapter if needed, and of course the mic, which is hidden right here behind the cheek pad. Now all these setups are going to be somewhat similar. The Osmo Action 2 is actually going to be vertical because if you guys can see, the mounting point is in the bottom, so it's going to mount up there, so it might stick out a little bit higher. But also this camera is pretty small, and also when you detach it, I'll show you guys in a second, makes it even smaller to get different type of shots, or if you want less weight attached to your helmet. The GoPro, on the other hand, just like what we said last time, you would need the media mod, which is obviously makes it a lot bigger, bulkier, and more expensive, but you do need that to connect to your mic. Then you open this up, and this is where you connect your microphone. So unfortunately with the GoPro, you do have to buy this media mod, which obviously makes it look a lot bulkier than the Action 4 since you can't connect it directly to the camera. But other than that, they're pretty much very similar setups. It is a little inconvenient that you don't have the magnetic adapter right here, because that makes life a lot easier. If you guys haven't seen, I'll show you guys again. All you have to do is clip it from both sides, and then it pops right back off. Then when you want to click it, clicks back in, and that's it. With this, you will have to take the whole thing apart and disconnect the whole thing so you can access the camera and, let's say, your battery or the SD card or other stuff. So this is definitely a lot more functional and easier to use, very much user-friendly, and it doesn't require stuff such as the media mod, so you can connect to your microphone. And now we switch to the DJI Osmo Action 4, since it's the camera that I have on my motovlogging setup. So the cool thing about the DJI Osmo Action 2 and why I decided to show this is, first of all, you can get this thing for around $250, and the Action 3 is going to be on sale for under $300. So both of these cameras are going to be like a crazy good deal. I think there's a $50 difference between them, and I'll talk about why you might want this over this, money aside. And the main thing is this. Look at this. I can attach this to this guy right here, just like that, magnetic, just like the other stuff. And this is by far the lightest and best mount that I can use. There's one downside, of course, and the audio jack isn't here. The audio jack is actually on this piece right here. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use this alone by itself to replace my current full setup, because I would need the mic, since when you're going higher speeds, it's going to be a lot of wind noise and stuff like that. But what we're going to try to do, just for the sake of the POV, it has this magnetic actually adapter. Is do this, and this is going to go under my shirt. So what we're going to do, this is going to be a chest mount that you guys are going to be seeing while I'm riding, which is a very different POV that we've never gone before. So I was like, let's mess around with this camera and mess with different angles and stuff like that. The cool thing about it too is because it's small and tiny, you can attach this pretty much everywhere you want. Like I have on the H2, the OG people know I have a mount that is under the tail, so it'll be a lot easier and smaller to attach right there with this hook, because this is secure. And then you just put this, attach this to wherever you mount your setup. It could be somewhere in the fork, it could be like by the front fork right here. There's a lot of mounting points because this is a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and more compact. So that's the benefit of this one. The battery life on the Action 3 is going to be better. So if you want like a better battery life, and if you want a dedicated motovlogging camera like what I'm using right now, then yes, the Action 3 will be a better option, but this is cheaper and you have a lot of features and ideas that you can mess around with and get different cool POVs with the DJI Osmo Action 2. So we're going to leave the Action 3, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it. We're going to be taking the Action 2 with us. We don't need the bottom part of the Action 2 though. And we're also leaving the GoPro Hero 12, and we're going to be filming with the Action 4, and we'll talk more about the specs and why I would like it and stuff like that. But before we do that, I know you guys like cold starts, so fingers crossed. I plan to take the Aprilia today, but it might not start because I don't think I've started in like 3 weeks possibly. So we'll see. I'm shooting 2K 60 frames per second. She volunteered as a tribute to wear this one. So, well, we are going to need a shirt. I think this might work. So this goes under, and then this clips onto it. So if you may tuck this under.
Oh,
yeah. There you go. And then it should mount like this.
Oh, shit, that does work.
Yeah, there you go. So now we're going to get her POV while we ride. Follow me here if you can squeeze through somehow. Nice. You can stay right there. That's good. Yeah. We're doing a few cold starts because, yeah, I haven't started this in like 3 months. The plan is to ride it today if it starts. Please start, Aprilia. I don't have high hopes at all because I already had like starter issues before. Fingers crossed. Hey! She started! It's an Aprilia type of day then.
Yes!
We still need to start this one and this one because I haven't started them in a long time. And this is also audio quality from the DJI and also from the Osmo Action 2. Let's start the MV as well. Oh, this is gonna be so loud. Nice. It's getting really loud in here. Bike number 2 started. You can turn that off. And bike number 3. I don't even know how long I haven't ridden this for. Look at that! Great success! I'm kind of misriding the KTM, to be honest. It has this key fob, so I didn't even need to use a key, which is really nice. But yeah, they all started. I'll give it a couple seconds to run because this one hasn't been running in a minute, and then we're good. And then we can ride this one. I don't know if you can hear me, but oh yeah, you want to ride it? Okay, she can't hear me. It's a bit loud here. Yeah, literally loud environment. Okay. And now let's take the Ape and tell you guys more about the differences in the cameras and which one I choose and why, and which one you would need.
You said I'm gonna ride this?
Kinda. You might want to kind of like
I'm gonna go this way.
do this. Step 1, navigating through here, and then step 2, and then step 3.
You can do it. then step 4, close the entrance out.
Yeah, and lock us in here with the bikes. Not much to complain about, right?
Yeah, not that.
Exactly. I possibly needed to check the tire pressure before I ride this bike. It's been so long since I rode it, as I said. Well, I'm glad she started. Good bike. I miss that Aprilia. Arguably one of the best sounding bikes. Now let's talk about why you would want to choose one over the other. We already talked about the benefit of the Osmo Action 2, which I'm going to put some POV shots from that camera here. Obviously the GoPro and the Action 4 are going to be the most expensive, the most advanced, they're the newest ones. The Action 2, as I said, gives you a lot of like usability for like other ideas and mounting points and stuff like that. The Osmo Action 3 and 4 actually allow you to film vertically too, but obviously you can't split the camera up. You just need to use a case which allows you to attach that magnet vertically. So if you want to film for Instagram or other places besides YouTube, you have that option too. The nice thing about the Osmo 2 is that you can split it literally in half, as you guys saw, and mount it to your chest or other places, and it just like makes it a lot easier because it's half the size and the weight as well. Of course, you're going to be more limited because of battery and storage, since you need the other half to improve that. Had to give it a little juice for the kids. Woo! I love the way this bike pops. It sounds so beautiful. The Action 3, I would say, is like the middle ground. It's the camera that's like perfect, good enough, especially currently with the price difference, because you can save over $100 for going with the Action 3 over the GoPro or the Action 4. So that's a camera that I would say is more than enough. If you're not sure about, let's say, like how much you're going to use the camera or anything like that, you can go for that, and it's going to be like plenty. Oh, this bike sounds so good. As we talked about it, the main differences, in my opinion, from the new DJI and the GoPro 12, it's the audio. The audio for the GoPro is a little bit more full. This is more isolated. So if you're going slower, if you're just like talking to people, stuff like that, the GoPro might be a little bit better. But this over here is going to be a little bit more clear and isolated. You can hear the bike better when I'm on the throttle. You can hear me better without any wind noise. You can see that comparison a little bit better in the video where I was just comparing the Action 4 and the GoPro Hero 12. The Action 4 has major benefits, especially when it comes to low light. It has an upgraded sensor, so the quality is going to be better. There's going to be more light. If you're a professional, if you're someone that like actually color grades their stuff, it has, I know I'm waiting for the light too. It has D-Log as well, which allows you to color grade 10-bit D-Log. Let me correct that. There she goes. So it allows you to color grade and have more freedom in post-production. So if you're a professional that likes doing that, then definitely the Action 4 would be the obvious option for you. But also the Action 4, the main benefit for it to me is of course the bigger sensor, but also low light quality. I've never tried a camera before with such high quality and like clear image at night. So whenever I'm riding at night, or if I'm going like high speed, stuff like that, which is pretty often, I'm always going for the Action. Ooh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. The sun hitting the carbon just right. Beautiful. Guys, I don't know what DJI did, but that quality is just like on a different level when it comes to nighttime videos. So it's definitely my go-to with the Action 4, and that's why it's my main setup. Let's say you don't do like high speeds as often, you do cedar riding more. If you don't ride at night as much, then you can go for the cheaper option, which is the Action 3. The battery life on the 3 and 4 has been upgraded, which is very important for these cameras. It also like survives better in cold, so if you do ride in cold weather, then the new cameras will be better for you. Waited a little bit so we can get some low light. It's also a very windy day. I don't know, I would like for you guys to see, but you can't. My hair is everywhere. You can probably hear it right now. Actually, probably not, because I'm using the Action 4, which does an amazing job is isolating the wind, but it's windy, I promise. Of course, now it starts. She's filming with a chest mount POV, so That would be cool to see, and to see how that looks, because it's gonna be like a lower, more immersive experience. That's why I wanted to do it here. But I think it's cooler that she volunteered to wear it, because that way we can get like a third-person POV shot of me riding as well. I'm literally riding right now with my visor up, which is something you can never do with a GoPro. That's why the audio quality, I would say, is actually like a 50-50 in between the GoPro and the DJI, because it depends on your preference. Do you want it more isolated depending on the usage for it, or do you want like a more full volume? But for functionality wise, and most importantly for me, reliability, that every time the camera is not going to freeze, I'm not going to lose my footage or anything like that. And now we close the visor. I wonder if that sounds different now because it's, you know, less wind noise. Unfortunately with the GoPro, as I said, like I have a video that I actually haven't even edited yet because I'm trying to figure out how I can resolve this file corrupted issue. If you guys have a solution, then let me know down in the comments below. But that's one of the main reasons why my personal preference is the Osmo Action 4. If you're not going to be doing as much like higher speeds or or night rides or anything like that, then you can do the Action 3 and take advantage of the Black Friday sale and save yourself up to $130. I know, it didn't fall off, so that's perfect. I mean, the fact that we're riding motorcycles with this, that we're riding motorcycles with that like magnetic mount. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this video was informative enough for you guys. If you guys liked this video, please make sure you drop a like and subscribe. As I said, check the top link down in the description below. Get yourself one of these cameras to take advantage of this awesome Black Friday deal. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out and ride safe.